Quick question, does anybody here have any problems? No. Good. Problems are a sign of life and activity. There's only one group of people in our society that has no problems, and they're all in the cemetery. They have no relationship problems, no money problems, no health problems. So if you are having problems, it's a sign of life. All right, so you have problems. Problems I have found in life are like stacks of dinner plates. And they're stacked up, and some are low down in your hierarchy of concern, and some are higher. But there's always one problem on top. So I want you to take as an exercise, this is very important, by the way, and this is a go-forward exercise for you and your family and other people for the rest of your life. I want you to take the biggest problem you have in life and imagine that this problem has been sent to you containing a lesson. My friend Norman Vincent Peale used to say, when God wants to send you a gift, he wraps it up in a problem. When he wants to send you a big gift, he wraps it up in a big problem. Most people get so preoccupied with the wrapping, they don't look for the gift. The gift is the lesson. And my promise to you is that every problem you'll ever have contains a lesson that is in most cases more valuable than the problem itself. In fact, the lesson may be what you need to learn to become rich and happy. It's almost as if there is a great power in the universe that wants you to be a big success, wants you to be happy and prosperous, but this power knows you can only achieve it if you learn the lessons necessary on the way. So at the exact right time, this power will send you the lesson wrapped up in a problem. Your job of the superior person, is to look into it and say, what am I meant to learn from this problem? What am I meant to learn, and what else am I meant to learn? And what else am I meant to learn? Keep drilling down, because sometimes one big problem contains a whole series of lessons that will profoundly change your life if you can recognize the problems. And as Donna said, by the way, if you don't recognize the solution within the problem, it'll come around again, only this time it'll be more expensive. And if you don't get the lesson then, it'll come around again. This great power will keep sending you the lesson until you get it. And then once you pass that, you go to the next lesson and you have the next problem. So your job is to say, what am I meant to learn from this situation? And my promise to you is you'll always find a lesson, and while you're looking for the lesson, your dimmer switch will be on full. You'll be positive, you'll be optimistic, you'll be forward-thinking, you'll be more creative, you'll be more relaxed, you'll be more open, you'll be the best person you can possibly be. Now, if you want to be a great help to other people, when they are talking about their lives, say, what are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish? Help your children, help your staff. When they have a problem, say, what's good in this? Because there's always something good comes from every difficulty. What's the lesson that you're meant to learn from this? You help them to think creatively and positively and optimistically as well until it becomes a habit for them as well. Remember the old saying, you become what you teach. You learn what you teach. So therefore, when you teach these principles to others who can benefit from them, you actually internalize them more and more yourself until they become an automatic part of the way that you deal with life. The fourth key to optimism is to feed your mind continually. Come to courses like this, listen to audio programs, read the books, talk to positive people. Keep feeding your mind. Just like if you wanted to have a healthy body, you'd eat really nutritious foods. If you want to have a healthy mind, take in positive, nutritious, what Jim calls mental protein rather than mental candy. All right? Now, optimists, by the way, start off with an unrealistic expectation of success. What does this mean? That means they really expect to be successful in advance. They expect that everything that happens is positive in some way. They expect that every setback contains a lesson. They expect to be wealthy. An attitude of positive self-expectancy.
4 steps to good communication. Here's number 1, first of all, vocabulary. Got to work on your vocabulary. Some of my friends took a survey among prisoners working on some rehabilitation program. They weren't particularly looking for this, but here's what they found. There's definitely a relationship between vocabulary and behavior. And here's what they found out. The more limited the vocabulary, the more tendency to poor behavior. And when you think about it for a while, it makes sense. Words are a way of seeing. And if you don't have a good vocabulary, you can't see very well. Can you imagine the mistakes in judgment when you can't see very well?
At Harvard University, they did an interesting study over a period of 50 years to find out why some people moved up financially in their lives and why some countries move up financially. And what they found with regard to people is that it had to do with vocabulary. And a wise man once asked me, what is the purpose of words in human life? And people said, well, to communicate. He said, yes, he said, but it's more than that, because a word is a condensed thought. And one word can have many meanings. Think of the words like love and freedom, family, and success. I mean, these can fill entire books and libraries. So he said, every word that you know is a condensed thought. The more words that you know, the better you can think, because you can put these words together into more complex thoughts. As a result, you can think better and make better decisions. So what they found is that worldwide is people who have the very best vocabularies rise to the top of their societies. The more words that you learn and understand, the better you can think, the better results you get, the better life you have.
Ain't no elevator to the top. You got to take the stairs. The elevator don't go to the top, man. Not in the world of success. You got to take the stairs. Y'all got to start getting gritty, man. Y'all got Google. You can Google anything. You all have stuff at your fingertips that can make you great. But if you can combine your technology with your parents and your grandparents' work ethic, your could be rich. You could be rich, man. But you cannot erase the work ethic part. There is no getting around how you rely on technology, and it's a help to you. But young people, you gotta get gritty, man. You gotta develop some dog in you. You gotta understand that success, you can't Google success. Go Google it. You can't Google it, man. I got something else for you, because I've lived so long and I've been exposed to so many things. I've seen stuff hopefully you'll never see, and I've seen some things I hope one day you do see. But go Google exposure. It ain't gonna take you nowhere. I've been around the world, man, because I've traveled it. But I traveled it because I've made myself uncomfortable. I have a life of convenience now. But in order to get the life of convenience, you gotta have a very uncomfortable life. You got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Stop trying to do everything the short way. Stop trying to figure out the easy way, because the ain't gonna happen. I got news for you, man. It's not happening, young people. You got to get messed up sometime. I hate it when I see young people wasting their time, wasting all this technology got, just bull. Just sitting around in this world that's been created for you, that everything is instant.